It's not about a rivalry. It's not about Grand Valley. It's about Ferris State just being Ferris State and playing up to our potential. Last week we didn't, and this week for the most part we did, even though we left some things obviously that were imperfect. But all in all, we gave up the ball a little bit in the first half, but in the second half we were perfect on turnovers, and then this guy got the pick six, which is a huge play for us.
Harrison.
Harrison Watt, Ferris State Torch. Defense started off a little slowly last week. How did you feel like, what was the difference in the beginning of the game on the defensive side of the ball for you guys?
I thought we were really good on defense. Most of the first half, and I can never find where stats are broken down from half, but I know in the first half we really limited their rush game. They got loose a little bit, but I thought we played great on defense. Offensively, we had 2 key turnovers. Our offense is like kind of that boxing match where if we can wear them out, we got some offensive linemen that can really come off the ball and strike. And I thought we wore them out, and towards the end, we were able to just grind it out. And same thing as last year. I really wanted to end the game grind it out where our big studly quarterback can go down on one knee and call it a day, and we're able to do that again.
Marty Slucker, the Rapids Pioneer, 465 yards on the ground, Coach. Does this ever surprise you how much efficiency you're able to move the ball with on the ground?
Well, that's how we're built. What I was pleased about really was, obviously Jason had over 200 yards rushing, and he is what he is. But I was pleased by Jamal Jackson's 92 on 13 and Corey Ringer's 79 on 6. And Antonio Ayers had 6 for 53. So we were pretty efficient. Our rushes. Our rush per carry had to be, really good, and so I'm pleased by that. Only had to punt one time. Punt was good, so all in all, really a solid performance. And the only thing really I told them the deficiencies were they had 2 big 4th down conversions, which were key to them. But other than that, we're solid. We're really solid tonight.
Pete Gollner, MI Grand Rapids Press. Tony, was there anything in the second half that you went to, some sort of adjustments or some of the things that you did offensively? Because it turned into a little bit more of a track.
Well, yeah, you just try to go in at halftime, and we're able to do that last year where we went into halftime and we tweaked some things. I thought our game plan was solid from an offensive perspective, but we tweaked some things. When Jason is like in charge and he's making all the right checks, and actually Adam Bennett's our other guy. We got 2 sophomores that are the best leaders on the offensive unit, and when they're calling the game and making the right checks, we're really good. We failed to do that last week a little bit. We were all frustrated about it, but this week, the communication was great. The halftime talk was great. He's telling us what he thinks, and we're rolling with some of the things we think. And all in all, yeah, it was really, we got some things finally to open up, and we were pleased by that.
Questions for James. James, take me through the interception, and obviously put a little bit of distance between you and Grand Valley. It seemed to be a turning point for the game for you guys.
Well, our defensive staff always putting us in position to make plays. Coach Ted coached up the D-line to get the rush, and Coach Espo got the linebackers to make big plays. And if it wasn't for the linebackers, I wouldn't have made the play. And, Marvin Robertson got the block, and it was a touchdown. So.
You feel like that play kind of turned things around for you guys defensively the rest of the way, and really kind of put momentum on your side?
I mean, yeah, it really put momentum on our side, but I don't really think it changed the tone of the defense. We were going to come out if I didn't get the pick, and we were going to come out and dominate and try to play our best game like we was the whole game.
Coach, your thoughts on that play? Obviously, I mean, that really kind of turned the tide, I thought.
It put us up 17, and they went ahead, and then we went right back down and scored, but that was a big turning point, I thought, because it gave us a little bit of cushion the thing that frustrates me a little bit is when we get cushion, we give up, a little bit more than we want to give up. The Brandon Green, the jailbreak screen. We haven't really, we've tried to take that away from them because they're really good at it. But they caught us on one, and that was a big play. And, Brandon ends up 5 catches for 113 yards. But on that play, it was 68 yards. So other than that, kickoff was kind of a mess. We had some guys out on that, and it hurt us a little bit. And so, I thought for the most part, Grand Valley had a good plan. Coach Mitchell, I know they spent a lot of time trying to dissect our offense and have the right kind of game plan for us, and I thought they did. They did a really nice job for much of the game. But then when that play happened, then all of a sudden you're kind of in a kind of a risk-taking mode. And when they're in a risk-taking mode, it's hard. It's hard. He's shorthanded with some personnel in the secondary, particularly, and it's tough. It's tough. You're putting guys out there to prepare for a game like this for 3 days, and people really, they should understand that a little bit more than they do. He's in a tough spot with some of the things he's challenged with personnel-wise, and I thought for the most part they did a real nice job, particularly in the first half.
Question for Jason. Jason, having Jamal Jackson kind of pounding the ball, Corey Ringer with a couple of big runs. You had a lot of different threats in the running game. Is this kind of how you guys envision the offense going, more so than just you taking the ball and carrying it 30 times a game?
Definitely. Whenever you spread out the ball more, it's going to hurt the defense more. And it's definitely nice to get carries and different backs. It keeps everybody fresh. Coming into this game, we knew that we can do that. We had a lot of, like Coach was saying, we worked our checks way better this week. And then when you see they're taking away something like a quarterback run, getting it Jamal, and he's a phenomenal job running the ball. And it's super nice to have that happen on the offense.
Yeah, Coach says that, this is for both of you guys, that this isn't, rivalry and things like that. But, this is still a big game to you guys. I know because of the proximity and because of, the students and everybody really wanting this game. Can you talk about what it means to be a part of this for 2 years in a row with a win over Grand Valley?
Well, Coach hit it right on the nose every year. To me and Coach, it's just another team. I'm new here, like Coach. So it's really not a big rivalry to me. They're just another team to us. So I'm sure they will continue to dominate this team while I'm gone. So it's not a big deal to me.
I like the rivalry. It's definitely fun. The fans, kids around Ferris are getting more hyped for it. They're always talking about it. Grand Valley kids are talking about it. I think it makes it fun. Obviously, you have to approach it, and we do approach it just like any other game. It's just the environment definitely adds to the fun, and having the Anchor Bone Trophy and bringing it back to Ferris 2 years in a row definitely adds to the excitement.
Well, and the other thing is we recruit against that school. They've got a lot of nice things to offer a student athlete. So for us, the truth is what the truth is. We go and we recruit and say, we've beaten that team 2 years in a row. So, that's a nice selling point. And so from that perspective, that's very important. So I don't mean to dismiss the rivalry, but by the same token, it was just a game that we needed to win, and we needed to play well at home. And I thought, I don't know how you guys felt, but I thought that's the first time really we looked like the team I really want to be at home. We've just been better on the road, and so hopefully we'll come here now with confidence. We changed our whole routine, our whole Friday routine, our whole Saturday routine. We're doing anything just to feel like we were going to be good at home. And that's, by the way, the first drop of rain we've had on us all year. Like, literally, I said we got to take a ball and put it in the bucket.
Coach just told me to dump balls in a 5-gallon bucket and try to throw with him, and
got to get a wet
told him
ball.
it wasn't
Said,
happening.
Why do I need a wet ball? So you got to practice with a wet ball, and he kind of, acted like I was crazy. But I feel great the way we handled the ball in the second half with that kind of rain.
Jason, what did you see in the secondary that allowed you to open it up a little bit more this week through the air, specifically on the Dwayne Boston touchdown in the corner of the end zone?
Yeah, we definitely knew coming in the game that they like to change up their concepts a lot, go a little man, a little cover 3, but they're making it really obvious when they're going man. And we know when we got Boston out there, he's a tall receiver, lengthy guy, he can jump. So we had to take advantage of that. We've been practicing that the past probably 3 weeks. Because last year we never took advantage of that at all. So Coach needs to get on me. We got to start working on our jump balls, our fades a lot. So we hit Boston on that touchdown, we hit Lamp on that, and it's definitely progressing. And then they had to back off after that, which opens up other stuff for us.
And Coach, how important was it to respond quickly to the kick return touchdown?
I think it was huge, my nephew here, Phil, sat here last week as offensive player of the game, and I don't think he's on the stat sheet here, but he made 2 huge plays on the onside kicks, and then DeMonte Madden on the 3rd, which wasn't technically an onside kick, but they pooched the ball, and so those are huge things. Grand Valley has to make something happen, so they're trying to get an extra possession there, which I don't blame them. You really have to do it, and we were able to recover all those things. The one was like a really tough play because they hit us after 1 bounce, which technically, obviously, they called the penalty. But the other thing in this game is Parling. He's a great quarterback. I thought we kept him checking because he's a smart guy. But I thought we did a nice job of keeping him at least off balance a little bit. 14 for 28 is solid, but we were able to put him on his back a little bit, and so I think that's a huge win with him quarterbacking that team. They're a great football team.
All right, guys, thank you. That wraps up our press conference on the third.